Hello, I'm very, very excited to be here today. This is my first time in Wollongong. In fact, I didn't know this place existed, and it is absolutely beautiful. And in fact, coming into town, reminded me a lot of coming into, although on a bigger scale, the Sunshine Coast. So there you go. Anyway, who's excited about Facebook marketing or what it can do for your business? Excellent, great, that's most of the room, so you're all in the right place. Here's the deal, there's a couple of things that are going to happen here over the next 75 minutes. One is I'm going to speak with a Kiwi accent. I can't change it. I'll get fish and chips and sticks out of the way straight away, okay? Great. Sweet as, bro. Cheer. The second thing is I actually will laugh at my own jokes, but I like it when you laugh as well, okay? But if you don't, all cool. I find them funny. The third thing is I have a lot of things to cover over the next 75 minutes, okay? I can actually speak all 3 hours, but we'll break this into chunks, I believe, I hope. I have a lot of things to cover. I can actually speak about Facebook marketing for 4 days underwater. There is so much to know about Facebook marketing that I cannot give you all of the information in detail in the time frame that I've got. So, is it okay if I give you an overview of what is possible with Facebook marketing? Is that okay? And we've got some resources at the end which I can share with you that you can get a little bit more in-depth information. So, let's get underway then. I actually wanted to show you this, in fact. This little girl here in the corner is my daughter Tegan. Tegan has just turned 9. Tegan started her first Facebook business when she was 5 years old. She was Loom Band Girl. So does anyone got kids? Anyone remember the Loom Bands? Crazy, crazy. She wanted me to sit and help her with Loom Bands, and I have no idea. I've got 2 left thumbs. So she taught herself, and then she started putting together videos. And so she started selling little t-shirts and that on Loom Band Girl on her Facebook page when she was 5 years old. Last year, she decided that she wanted to start a fashion for girls, a fashion just for girls page, Facebook page. So I helped her, of course, but she put together this page and then she went into her room. She took photos of all her old clothes, some clothes that I'm like, that's not old, Tegan, I bought that for you last week. You cannot resell that. Very enthusiastic, this little girl. I want to share this with you because last year, this little girl here at 8 years old made her first passive income, well, kind of passive income. She made her first lot of money while she slept. So she's made money beforehand, but she put some clothes up, they sold, someone in the American market bought them. Next day she woke up, she checked, and she'd made some money. At 8 years, who likes that idea? Going to sleep at night, waking up in the morning, having money in your bank account. And especially that. So I just wanted to share that because the strategies that I'm going to share with you today well, it's a formula, okay? And it's a formula that even an 8-year-old can use. Now, my 5-year-old, he was 5 actually, no, he's 7 now, gosh. 7-year-old son, he just started his own business beginning of this year, Caleb's Cookies, which involves making huge, big chocolate chip cookies and is a little bit more hands-on. So we don't like that one quite as much, but because Mummy has to make them. I'm not a cook. Anyway, so here's what we're going to be covering. Why Facebook strategies that were working, I'm going to say, this says 12 months ago, but I actually seriously mean even 6 months ago, are now out of date, they're costly, and they're ineffective. Now, I work on hundreds of Facebook accounts, not at one time, but have seen into the back end of thousands of Facebook accounts. People come to me because they're not making sales with Facebook and they've had someone doing it for them, and I'll have a look at the back end of their Facebook account and I'm like, well, yes, because that strategy doesn't work anymore. So the great thing is you guys are going to learn the stuff that works now. Whether it will work tomorrow or the next day, different story, but it works right now, okay? I'm going to show you the 7 steps. And so I told you this is a formula. It's a formula that I've even rolled out with my kids. The 7 steps to really market your business the right way using Facebook. And it is very, very different to what business owners are doing today. And it might be very different to what you guys are doing today as well. But we'll ask you a few questions in a second. And I want to show you lots of examples of businesses that are really nailing it right now. using these strategies. So, like that idea? Excellent. Great. Okay, so who am I and why should you listen to me? Who has actually heard of me before? A couple of people in the room. Excellent. That's okay. So the thing is it's my job, realistically here today, my job is to show you ways that you can make money with Facebook. So I take my job very, very seriously, and I want to use Facebook to make money. That's the whole reason why. I have a social aspect to it, but that's why I do what I do, to help businesses really grow and thrive. What I am best known for is I do work with businesses. I work with them all over the world, and I help them implement the latest Facebook marketing strategies. Now, why do you think I only focus on Facebook? Any ideas? Because it's enough? Because it changes so much? Yeah? There's one? Yep, so many people on Facebook. Yes, it's what I'm good at. Remember how Steve was saying before that you specialise? And then you can grow your business. I'm a social media strategist. I was trying to do social media, so I was trying to do every single social channel for businesses. I was getting worn out trying to keep up just with Facebook, let alone all those other social channels. And what I found in doing all that, for me and my clients, is that Facebook was the one that we were making the most money from. It was the best traffic source. So that's when I decided that I was going to specifically specialise in Facebook. And that's what I eat, breathe, sleep, is Facebook. So everything I'm telling you today is as current as possible because this is what I do. In my spare time, I have children, but I run marathons. Now the reason why I'm sharing this with you is that as a marathon runner, I run quite a lot, and I spend ages pounding the pavements, and I listen to podcasts on Facebook marketing, and I listen to training on Facebook marketing. So I have hours and hours and hours of listening to this stuff. And then what I do is sometimes I'll stop, and I'll get an amazing idea, and I have to ring my PA up and say, listen, I've got this great idea. And then what I do is I take all of this training and then I implement it. Now, I'll generally test it on myself first before I'll go and test it on clients, but I do have the odd client that goes, yep, Kerry, throw it at me, try it on my account. I take this information, I implement it, and I pick out the good stuff. So that's the stuff I'm going to share with you. My main focus, like I said, and the reason why I do this is really, listen, I've got lots of friends. I've got a really great social circle. I don't need necessarily any more in Facebook. And I find a lot of people come to me and they'll say to me, oh, Kerry, I find Facebook a big waste of time. I'm like, well, what are you doing on there? Oh, well, I get on there and I'll start posting on my page, and then something will pop up and someone will say something, and then I'll go across to there, and next minute they're onto a website buying shoes. Who's done that? Yeah, once or twice. But my main focus is to use Facebook to make money. Not just friends. It is a social network, and you need to build the relationship. But everything should, in the back of your mind when you're doing this, should be, okay, what's my end game here? What is my goal? How am I going to take this to make money? And that's what I'm going to help you with. I have trained as a journalist. I was a journalist for around about 10 years. I worked in print, radio, and TV. They didn't mind my accent back in New Zealand. In fact, they were quite used to it. One of the reasons why I mention this to you, and again, it's one of those things about finding information, right? So we go onto the internet and we research information, and Google will give us a certain amount of information, correct? Now, most people would stop at the front page or the second page of Google and look at information. Well, my journalism training taught me to actually dig even deeper. And what I did was I was able to find people that were really nailing it on Facebook. And this is quite a few years ago, nailing it on Facebook, but they were super quiet. They weren't teaching people how to do it, but they were doing extremely well in it, and they had some amazingly advanced strategies. So I was able to research those people, find them, get hold of them, and learn from them. So another key lesson. If someone's doing it and they're doing it really, really well, find them and learn from them, or do what they're doing and implement, take action. So like I said, I have studied and I've coached, and I've, for the last 7 years, people in social media marketing, and like I said, predominantly Facebook marketing over the last couple of years. But what's really great for you guys here in the room right now is I do specialise in building long-term scalable income streams, predominantly using, and reliable income streams, predominantly using Facebook. So those are the strategies that we're going to go over. Who would like to build a reliable, sustainable, scalable income stream? One of those ones that you wake up in the morning and there's money in your account. Excellent.